Welcome back to another Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're joining us today because we're looking at a story that is literally as refreshing as it is inspiring. We're going to explore the journey of turning a simple, wholesome idea into a fully functioning micro business. It's all about a girl named Lucy, a totally random spark of inspiration on an ordinary morning, and the sweet, sweet taste of entrepreneurial success. So let's just dive right into this and uncover the actual mechanics of how a single thought can blossom into a profitable venture. Now, here's the big question, right? What does it actually take to turn a simple idea into a successful day of business? I mean, a lot of us have these great ideas when we wake up, but let's be honest, we rarely follow through. Today, we're going to use Lucy's really charming story as a step-by-step roadmap. We'll see exactly how she goes from just a morning thought to literally counting her earnings at the end of the day, just by taking small, deliberate actions. Section 1. The Sweet Idea. So for Lucy, the whole thing began with a morning realization. She woke up wanting to do something new and immediately asked herself a foundational business question. What do people want? Or more specifically, what do kids like? Well, the answer, of course, was ice cream. She realized kids absolutely love cold, sweet treats, especially in the summer. But she didn't just decide to make ice cream. She strategically pinpointed her target market. She asked herself, okay, where do my ideal customers gather in huge numbers? The answer was super obvious: the school gate. Positioning herself near the school meant she could bring happiness directly to her customers the second they walked out the door. It's just a perfect example of market validation, matching a product with the exact right demographic at the exact right time. Section 2. Preparing the machine. Okay, so to execute this idea, Lucy needed her primary piece of capital equipment. She proudly and very carefully brought home this big, heavy commercial ice cream machine. But instead of just plugging it in and hoping for the best, she created a clever mental blueprint. She literally mapped the whole thing out. You've got the switch for power, the handle and dispenser to serve the product, and the freezer to maintain strict quality control. Taking a moment to fully familiarize herself with her gear ensures that when the rush actually hits, she's not going to be fumbling with the controls. Section 3. Making the ice cream. Right, so with the equipment ready and the plan set, she transitioned into the production phase. She gathered all her supplies, building out her recipe for success: milk, sugar, cream, and two absolute classic flavors, chocolate and strawberry. By laying out all these simple ingredients beforehand, she's prioritizing organization over scrambling around later. Securing her supply chain up front means she's got everything she needs checked off and ready to go before operations even begin. And this prep really builds into a seamless production process. First, washing hands. Got to establish those hygiene standards. Then she carefully pours her base ingredients, the milk, sugar, and cream. Step 3 is adding that amazing smelling flavor and mixing it perfectly. Finally, she turns on the machine and pours the mix inside. From the source material, we actually learn that she really enjoyed the fun sounds of the working machine. But more importantly, she practiced patient waiting. Good things and, proper standard operating procedures take time. I mean, come on. You can't sell what you wouldn't eat yourself, right? So before heading out, Lucy performs a critical quality assurance check, the taste test. She tastes a little bit of the product coming out of the machine and confirms it is cold, sweet, and absolutely delicious. She feels this immense sense of pride, but she doesn't just stop there. With the product verified, she meticulously cleans her pep table, gets her cups and cones totally organized, and sets her prices. It's simple, it's easy, and honestly, it's incredibly professional. Section 4. Selling at the school. So with everything prepped, Lucy slowly and carefully pushes this heavy machine all the way to the school gate. She sets up her small stall just as the sound of laughing children begins to echo from the building. And the demand? It was immediate. The moment those kids saw the stall, the busy rush began. Kids eagerly ran up, shouting out their requests for strawberry and chocolate. That market she hypothesized back in step 1 was literally standing right in front of her. Now, managing a rush is no joke, but Lucy simply responds with, "Here you go. Thank you for waiting." This is just stellar, calm customer service. Instead of getting completely overwhelmed by a huge crowd of excited kids, she manages the line with grace, politely asking them to line up one by one. She acknowledges their patience and delivers the product with a smile. Those are absolutely essential tactics for customer retention. There is a fascinating dual reality going on here. On one side of the stall, you have pure customer joy. The kids are experiencing a cold, absolutely sweet, tasty treat after a long day of school. But on the other side, Lucy is experiencing intense business hustle. It's fun for sure, but it's a busy, physically tiring workflow. She is constantly serving, thanking customers, and securely managing cash flow into her collection box. The main thing you should take away from this is that any successful venture requires balancing that front-end customer satisfaction with serious behind-the-scenes operational stamina. Right in the middle of all this hustle, an adult actually stops by to tell Lucy that the children really love her ice cream and to keep up the good work. This is huge because it proves that her polite customer service and her high-quality product aren't just making a quick buck. They are actively earning her genuine respect within the community and totally solidifying her brand's reputation. Section 5, Hard Work Pays Off. As the school day eventually closes, the kids head home, and that long line of eager customers finally empties out, we can step back and look at the complete life cycle of her hard work. Think about it. In the morning, it was literally nothing but the spark of an idea. By midday, she was physically making the product. The afternoon was entirely dedicated to the hustle of selling at the school gate. And now, in the evening, she enters the final phase, counting the earnings. It's this beautiful, chronological summary of an entrepreneur's day, from ideation all the way to the financial reward. But look, the day isn't over just because the customers are on. She follows a very responsible shutdown routine. She turns off the machine, thoroughly cleans the equipment, and washes the cups to pack everything away. Even though she's physically exhausted from the rush, she sticks to her personal standard, that clean work is good work. Protecting her capital investment by properly maintaining the machine, that ensures she can wake up and do it all again tomorrow. After everything is packed away, Lucy finally gets a moment of quiet reflection. She's tired, obviously, but she is so happy. She slowly opens her collection box and counts her earnings. And she earned a lot. But beyond that financial return on investment, she feels deeply, deeply satisfied. The kids were happy, she provided an amazing service, and she proved to herself that she could flawlessly execute her own vision. And that brings us to Lucy's inspiring final thought. Hard work brings success, and small ideas can grow. It is such a profound yet beautifully simple summary of microbusiness success. She didn't need some complex business degree. She literally just needed a good idea, the willingness to prepare, and the stamina to work hard and serve her customers well. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought to chew on. If a simple thought on a quiet morning can turn into a thriving day of business and community respect, what small idea is sitting in your mind right now, just waiting for you to put in the hard work to make it grow?